looking at our lighting and looking at replacing individual light fittings. The individual unit cost was proving extremely high, so it was an invitation to revisit lighting in general throughout the building. So we were looking at it from a number of point of views. We live in a world where the green agenda is really, really important, and it's part of what we're doing in education nationally, is trying to raise student awareness of the concerns for the environment. So this was a greenfield situation. Let's look at it again, see can we bring green energy concerns to the conversation. We wanted to look at reducing our overall cost of electricity. We wanted to reduce our maintenance costs. We have a big emphasis on natural light in the building, as you see when you look around, but inevitably, we live in Ireland, so we're going to have dark periods as well. So we wanted an indoor lighting that was as reflective of natural light as possible. So we're bringing all of those things to the conversation. The lighting as a service model has worked very, very well for us. Inevitably, upgrading across the whole building is going to create a lot of cost. So how do you defray that cost over a long period of time without incurring very big loan overheads and so on? So the lighting as a service model that was presented to us through ECI gave us the option of bringing in our new lighting and effectively paying for it over 7 years through our reduced lighting bills. So that was an absolute win-win for us. We were getting the new lighting up front throughout all of our classrooms and the gym and other areas, and yet we weren't incurring any loading as regards repayments. We would be absolutely delighted to recommend ECI to other schools. There are a lot of things that come into play when a school is looking at upgrading a facility, any facility. You obviously want a quality product because you're accountable for the money you spend in a school. Schools are non-profit organizations, and we really need to keep a close eye on where we spend the money that's in our care and the product that we're getting for that. So cost was huge, and ECI came up with a very, very clearly explained program of how the cost model would work, what the savings would be, and how the detail would work out over a number of years. In our case, we picked 7. There are other models. You can arrange that directly with ECI. So quality was huge for us, as well as cost. If the cost is right but the quality is not, again, we're answerable for that to our school boards. So we are absolutely delighted with the quality that's come into the building. And I think another thing that's been really important for us is attitude. When you have people in to work in a building, you're inevitably putting the school into a position of, is this going to be a big disruption? ECI met those concerns by a number of things. One was the turnkey solution. So what they proposed was going to be delivered without us having to get very distracted with detail and many, many secondary decisions. That didn't occur. ECI rolled out what they promised. Attitude is massive for us. If we have a team who come in and look to deliver what we want, the team who came in were amazing. It's the little things, isn't it? They were always in good form. They were always on time. They did exactly what they were going to do every day. And a very nice detail, they did a big general cleanup afterwards. That's on the day-to-day detail. Then you've got the bigger detail. For example, you're taking out a huge amount of light fittings. Where do they go? ECI had that covered. Again, the new light came in, the old lights were taken out correctly for recycling. For us, this was absolutely golden. Another thing that was a very big help from the school point of view is that it all happened outside of term. Schools are really busy places. We want the students in and we want them to have full occupancy of their own building. ECI worked outside of term time, delivered the program, in our case over Christmas, which meant absolutely zero disruption to the usual operation of the school and education. What we've been hearing back through the staff as regards the overall quality of the lighting is the consistency of the light. And indeed, it's something that the students have remarked upon. It just feels like daylight indoors. One of the comments of one of the staff members was, just as soon as the gym was finished, they said, have a look. It looks like somebody took the roof off the gym, because the lighting was so natural and so even throughout somewhere as big as the gym hall, which naturally you don't want glare because it's for sports, but you do want a very high, consistent quality of lighting. So both in the classroom setting and in the big sites within a school like the gym, the feedback has been fantastic. It's clearer, it's more consistent, and it is more natural.